This conference will now be recorded.
Okay guys, let's get started. So I'm gonna take you to the today's agenda, what we are gonna do today. So the first thing is Resource Explorer. Okay, we'll be discussing about Resource Explorer. What is Resource Explorer? Basically to find out the hardware and software configuration of any computer. Then remote control to remote into the user's devices. Okay, then we will be discussing about power management, how to configure power policy for the devices. Then software metering, how to monitor the utilization of a specific product. Then role-based administration, maintenance window, how to access the SCCM console from a different computer, how to install reporting services point to access reports from SCCM console. So these are the few things which we have to discuss today. The first thing is Resource Explorer, right? Now, Resource Explorer is to find out what all software and hardware present on any computer. For example, this is my computer, right? On this computer, if you would like to find out my uh, resource information, you go to System Information, System Info, and that's gonna give you some details about the computer. Or let me just type in System Information. So if you go to System Information, so I'm gonna get some hardware resources, what all hardware resources present on this computer, right? So like DMA, forced hardware, IQ, memory. This is your memory information component, software environment. That's gonna give you the software environment information, startup program, right? Similarly, you can get the information of every computer in SCCM console. So you don't have to go to each and every computer and run system information. So from SCCM console itself, you can get those details, and that is called Resource Explorer, guys. Okay, resource. Every system is every computer or user is a resource, right? So we are actually exploring the resource. So let me take you to the console. Okay guys, so I'll just launch this console. Now inside this console, you need to go to asset and compliance, right? And inside asset and compliance, we have to go to devices, because all our system resources are present here in this devices section. Now in order to find out the information or to do the resource explorer or on any computer, you need to right click and choose start and choose resource explorer, and that's going to give you some information like system information, right? So if you click on hardware, that's going to give you some hardware related details of this computer, right? So we can expand this hardware. Let's say BitLocker information. You have boot configuration information. Then you have a desktop monitor information, disk drive information, disk partition, installed software, right? Logical disk, operating system, the processor, the services, almost like everything you can get it from here. Okay. Then you have hardware history in case if you change something in the computer. Let's say you uh, add a few RAM stick, right? Or you change the operating system, that will be captured in this hardware history. Then software, what all software files are present, all exe, all msi files, you see, these are the locations, these are the files, and you also have the location of the files at the right hand side where those files are present. This is called resource explorer, guys. Any question, anyone? Jay and Praveen, no question. Okay, so the first thing is done. Now the second thing is remote control. Remote control is basically how to access another computer remotely using SCCM console. Okay, so suppose I need to log in to client one. Okay, for example, if that is your requirement to log into client one remotely, so you need to, or you need to connect to client one, so you can click on start and choose remote control, and user will receive a pop-up to share the screen, the user who is logged into the computer. So on client one, if you go, the user will receive a pop-up and he will have to approve. The moment he approves, you see it is mentioned connected with lab SCCM admin. So you see I can see his computer screen here. Okay, and I can do anything on this computer. So I will have full access on this computer, and you know that's how you remote into users devices, so user can share his screen using this remote tool. Any confusion? All good?
Yes.
Okay, so that is done. Then power management. Power management is basically to create a power policy. Suppose after 7 o'clock in the evening, nobody is available in Mumbai office, or nobody is available in London office, right? Depends on you where would you like to define the power policy. So for example, if you want to create a power policy for a few computers, let's say all Pune computers, so there are like thousands and thousands of computers in Pune, and after 7 o'clock in the evening nobody is available, right? So I can turn off the monitors or put them into sleep mode or hibernate mode. All options are there. You can right click on that collection and go to properties and go to power management and choose this specify power. Give me a minute. Okay, guys, sorry. Um, so the next thing is power management. Power management is basically to create a power policy um, for devices. Okay, so let me go back to my SCCM console. So I was here on all Pune computers. What I did, I uh, clicked on power management, right? Now inside power management, what do we need to do is we need to choose this specify power management setting for this collection. Okay, now suppose you want to start Mumbai office, Pune office starts at 6 o'clock, 6 a.m. and ends at 6 a.m. Okay, so after 7 o'clock nobody is available, right? So you can do non-peak plan. Peak plan is fine. I'm not going to touch the peak plan, but non-peak plan, customize non-peak plan and click on edit. And 5 minutes and 10 minutes. Turn off the monitors. Sleep mode turn off in 10 minutes, for example. Sleep after 10 minutes. Okay. Turn off the hard disk after 10 minutes. Depends on your requirement. You can modify these settings. Okay. And then once you are done with all the settings, you click on OK. And you can also wake up all the computers before users starts coming in, because 6 a.m. the office starts. So before the office starts, people start coming in. You can turn on all the computers, like wake them up at 5 a.m. So during night time the power policy will be applied after 6 p.m. so that it will reduce the electricity bill. Got it, everyone? Okay, so the only limitation with this is it cannot be applied for virtual computers. It is only available for physical computers. You cannot do it for virtual computers. Okay, that is the limitation. But for all physical computers, yeah, this can be applied and user will receive this policy. So that is what we do in power management, guys. Then you have software metering. Software metering is basically to monitor the utilization of any specific product. For example, if you would like to monitor the access of uh, Google Chrome, right? For example, this is a licensed application, and the you would like to capture the utilization of Google Chrome. How many times are people are using Google Chrome, and what is the utilization trend and everything in monthly basis, or depends on you which one you would like to. Let's say putty, for example. I would like to get the information about putty. So if anyone uses putty, what happens in the back end? There is a task, and the task is putty.exe. Okay, so putty.exe is the file. There's the putty.exe is the application name which comes in the task manager. No matter wherever you open putty, you will get the same task name, putty.exe. And it also has the task ID 6400. This will keep on changing the process ID, but putty.exe will remain as it is, no matter how many times you open it on or wherever you open it. So based on this putty name, we can monitor the utilization through SCCM. Okay, so let me just go to SCCM console, and suppose putty is a licensed application, and I am gonna capture the details for putty, I will go to software metering, and inside software metering I have licensed application. This is not mandatory to create a folder, but in case if you want to create, you can right click on this putty, software metering, and choose like folder and create folder. I have already created one folder called licensed application, and inside this folder, okay, these are two applications which are getting monitored at the moment: Adobe Reader and VLC Media Player. These are the two applications which I am monitoring. Okay. Now I would like to monitor the utilization of putty. So I need to right click on this licensed application folder and choose create software metering rule. Okay, so now this is the wizard which will help me to create the software metering rule for any application. I need to type in the name of, let's say, putty monitoring file name. You need to type in the exact file name, putty.exe, or if you don't know the exact name, you go to browse and go to the location where putty is installed. So putty is installed in C drive. I think it is in program files, putty, and then you take putty.exe from here and click OK. You see, it is capturing the details based on the file name. So putty.exe, and then you can click on next, next, and close it. Now the moment you create any software metering rule, it creates a rule ID, and that's the rule ID IND 00103. Now this policy will reach to all the computers. Either you wait for 5 minutes for this policy to reach, all system, right click on all system, and then enforce the policy to the devices. Sorry, right click on all system and then choose client notification and choose download computer policy and click OK. So this policy will be enforced to all the computers. So if you go to any computer, that policy will come up there. Okay, let me go to database. Now on database, if you first thing first, I would like to see whether policy arrived or not, the putty policy. So I need to go to C drive and then Windows and then CCM and logs. So in every computer, the location will be same: C Windows CCM logs and MTR. That log will show you the policy. Okay, 1255. So you see new rule received. This one, IND rule, IND 00103 rule received. So this is the policy which already received on this computer. Metering manager, MTR. Now in this log, you can monitor the utilization. Now let me just go to putty. I'm going to launch putty application. Now the moment I started putty, what happened? It is saying process ID 1052 is for putty.exe. It found match against rule ID IND 00103. So it is based on the rule ID. It is now matched and tracked the usage. It is now tracking the usage of this application. Clear? Jay and Praveen, you guys understood this? So no
Ye-
matter how many times you open this, no matter how long you keep it open, so it's gonna calculate every event, the number of times you open, number of hours you open it, and calculate everything and send the data back to the server. That on the database server, the putty was utilized for 10 hours, or it was opened 10 times in the whole month of August or in the whole month of September, something like that. It will give you the report. Okay, I can show you one of the reports which I have here in under monitoring. Under monitoring, I have the report here, and the reports. So software metering report comes like this. Software metering, and the utilization details is this one: computers that have run a specific metered software. Uh, Let me just click on value or the rule name. Monitoring, I am using the old rule name because putty will take some time to replicate or give you the data. I'm using the old one, VLC. I had created a couple of days back a VLC monitoring. Oh, I created it in the month of July actually. So in the month of July, I'm gonna take 7 and year 2019 and click on view report. So in the month of July, who all used VLC media player? None. Nobody used VLC media player. Now in the month of August, who used VLC media player? Only one. Only that was used on client one computer, and the last usage time is on 23rd of August. Only one time it was utilized, right? And total duration for 3 minutes 43 seconds. Okay, that's how you get it. Or you can do for the different one, Adobe Reader, and let's say for month of August itself. So Adobe Reader was used on these two computers in the month of August. The last usage time is on 22nd of August, and the total usage 6 times on client 1 and 4 times on database. Total duration 5 minutes 28 seconds on client 1 and 3 minutes 02 seconds on database. Got it? Clear, guys?
Yes, Kashif.
So that is how the software metering report comes in. That gives you the information of any software, who all are utilizing that product, and what is the utilization trend on monthly basis. So that is also done, the software metering, guys. Now then you have power role-based administration. Role-based administration is basically based on the or expertise. We have few roles available in SCCM. You can give a specific role to a specific people. For example, let's say Praveen just joined my team, and Praveen is good with software updates. So I'm gonna give him software updates role. So I first of all I will have to create his account in Active Directory so that he can log into any computer. So I'm gonna create his Praveen's account in Active Directory. Right click here and choose new and choose user, and let's say Praveen. Okay, Pravin, Praveen, and next, and the password, and next, and finish. So Praveen's account is created here. Okay, now I will give software update deployment role to Praveen. So he will have access to deploy patches, nothing else. So I'm gonna go to SCCM and then go to um, administration, and inside administration I need to go to security, and then administrative user. Right click on this administrative user and add user group, and browse, and let's say James, sorry, Praveen, right? Praveen, and check names and click OK. Now Praveen is good with software update deployment. So I'm gonna click on add and choose the role, whatever the expertise of Praveen in SCCM. If he is good with application deployment, I'm gonna give him application deployment role, and he will get these things, grants, permission. These are the things which he will get. Depends on you what all things you would like to give him. If you want him to get software update role, you can give software update role, or any customized role which is present, which you have created yourself. Okay, that depends on you. I'm gonna give him software update. I think let me give him the customized role. Okay. Now let's not give the customized role. Let me give him the software update manager role and click OK and OK. Now if Praveen is logging into any computer in SCCM console, he will have permission only to that particular thing. Let me go to client 1. This is Windows 10 computer. On this Windows 10 computer, we have installed SCCM console. I have installed SCCM console, so I'm going to launch that and choose sorry, run as a different user. I need to give the account PRA and the password and click OK. So I'm logging into this SCCM console using Praveen's username and password. So I will have permission only to software updates, nothing else in this SCCM console, because Praveen has access to to software update. As you see, he is having limited permission in asset and compliance. He can see user devices, user collection, device collection, but other things he cannot see. Similarly, in software library, he will have permission only to software updates. In case to operating system, okay, you see, he has deployment. He has permission to deploy updates. Got it? Similarly, in administration, he will have limited permission. So that is how you can give permission to the people. Depends on their requirement, depends on their expertise. We can provide access to them. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, Kasif. Kasif, on the client
Hmm.
computers, if you want to install the software center manager,
Software center manager, what is that?
no, no, sorry, the console, whatever you showed now,
Hmm.
is it the same
How do we
procedure?
install? The next, I'm going to cover that one in point number 7. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah.
Now, point number 6 is maintenance window. Maintenance window is basically, suppose there are some critical computers and you are not allowed to deploy patches or software on weekends, but on weekdays. Weekend is fine. You can deploy updates or application on weekends, but you cannot deploy on weekdays. Okay, that is the policy. um, that is the approval you got, that deploy anything on weekend but don't touch the computers on weekdays. So what do you do for such critical computers? Basically, for if you have some critical computers, what do you need to do is you need to go to SCCM and then go to asset and compliance. Give me a minute. let's get started. So maintenance window, for example, there are some critical computers and you are not allowed to deploy anything on those critical computers. Let's say all this Windows 10 computer, or let me go to a different collection. um, for example, all Thane computers. So you are not allowed to deploy anything on weekdays, right? Weekend is fine. So you right click on this all Thane computer and go to properties, and go to maintenance window here. Now you can define the maintenance window here. I'm going to click this yellow icon, and let's say I am allowed to deploy application and software only on Sunday. Okay, that is what the approval we have received. But I'm not allowed to deploy anything on any other day. So between Sunday 1 a.m. to, let's say, 11 p.m., 22 hours, I can deploy application, I can deploy updates and everything, and restart the computer. So Sunday is the maintenance window for us, for those computers present there are three computers in this collection. So these are three critical computers. So you can click on Sunday, okay, weekly Sunday, and then all deployment, and then click on OK and OK. What will happen if I send some application and updates on this collection? Suppose I deploy some application on this collection, all Thane computer, and which has got three computers, or any updates. Those updates and application will be waiting for the maintenance window to come. And when Sunday comes, then the application and patches will get started to install. Understood or not?
Yeah, 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 Kashif.
Okay. So the application and patches will be in waiting, and it won't get installed. It will only install during maintenance window during Sunday, 1 a.m. To 11 p.m. Now that is done. So maintenance window is done, guys. So I'm gonna say done. Now, how to access SCCM console from a remote computer? Now, suppose you don't want people to come to primary site, because primary site is little critical, right? And the administrator, let's say you have 10 different administrators and everyone needs console. So I don't want people to come into this SCCM server and log in and use this console, because everyone will keep on coming to this server, and the server will start, showing slow performance or something, or somebody will accidentally restart the computer or shut down the computer. So we don't want to go into that situation. So rather what we do is we can install console on our local computer. So that's what I did. I installed console on Windows 10 computer. Similarly, you can install console on any computer wherever you want. For example, let's say I would like to install console. uh, I think I have already installed console in almost all the computers. Okay, let me just go down. Did I already install console? Oh, I installed console on all the computers, guys. So let's say if you want to install the console on a database computer, for example, need the console. So what do we need to do is we need to right click and run, start, run, and go to SCCM C drive, SCCM server C drive folder. And inside C drive you have programs, and then program files, and then Microsoft config manager, and inside Microsoft config manager you have tools, and then console setup is the folder which you need to copy here and paste it. Got it? I just copied from SCCM server from this location into this folder, into this desktop. So console setup is copied here. Now to install console, I just have to double click on this and log into this console setup.exe, and yes, and then next install. Okay, it may ask you some your SCCM server name. You need to give your SCCM server name at that point of time. So just next finish, and you will have your console here on this computer, just like I did. I have already installed console, and this console is right here, config manager. Any question? Somebody was asking how to install console. Was it Praveen or Jay?
Yeah, Jai. Yes, yes, Kashif. Got it.
You understood?
Yes,
Okay, so console can be installed on local Windows 7 or Windows 10 computer or server anywhere. Okay, so that's what we have done. So that is done as well. Now point number 8, how to install reporting services point on report to access reports in SCCM. So just like I have, if I go to SCCM and go to monitoring, you see these are the reports I have. So how to access these reports? Okay, currently you don't have those reports at the moment. You need to install one role that is called reporting services point. So under this reporting, you have reports. Inside that reports, you have somewhere around 400 or 700 reports. Okay, so how do we do that? So I'm gonna make somebody as a presenter. Praveen, you are logged into the servers.
yes, I love to service.
Okay, I'm gonna make you presenter. Okay, so give me control, please. Okay, so let me take the control now, and I'm going to click on this SCCM console. Okay, you tried deploying applications or no? Probably this is the one I had done. Okay. Have you tried deploying application, Praveen? Application and programs and everything. So far, whatever the assignment I have given.
So actually, I went to work home. So after 3 days, I'm busy.
Okay. But you need to do it, otherwise you will forget everything. I want you to do it. Okay.
That should be
Jay is a
successful.
little bit familiar with this application thing, so even though if Jay does not do it, then it's okay, because I think Jay knows these things already. Okay, so now inside this monitoring, if you go to reporting, you see report links are blank. Okay, we have not installed reporting services point. That's the reason it is blank. Plus, if you expand this reporting and go to reports, you will see nothing, because we have not installed reporting services point yet, and that is blank too. Okay, no items found. So we have to go to administration, and inside administration we need to go to site configuration, and then servers and site system roles, and you have two servers here, database and SCCM. Now reporting services point can only be installed on database, guys. So we have to right click on database and add site system roles, and then next Next, and choose reporting services point in the list. And then next, now we have to verify this SCCM database name. So just click on verify, and it is verified successfully. And we need to give an account which has permission to access the report. So existing account. So this account already has permission, SCCM admin. So next, next, and close it. So reporting services point is just added. So it's gonna take few minutes for the reports to populate here inside this uh, reporting. You have reports, all those default reports, like there are somewhere around 470 reports, default reports are present. So those report can be populated here in like 10-15 minutes from now. And you see the links are created, report server link and report link. Got it? Jay and Praveen,
Ye-
you guys are
yes,
clear with this?
yes, yes.
Okay, so the next thing is alerts. Suppose if you would like to see what all alerts are present in SCCM, you need to come to this monitoring, and under this monitoring you have alerts. The first one, you see the recent alert is 0. Currently you don't have any alerts, but if you would like to go to active alerts folder, this one is active alerts. All the alerts which are active at the moment can be showing up here. I don't have any issue. That's the reason everything is good. Then all alerts, whatever the alerts you have configured so far, these are the alerts. Let's say the if something goes wrong with uh, software update synchronization, that it's gonna generate a critical alert. But if you don't want it a critical alert, you can configure like, let's say you want it as a warning or informational, something like that. So it depends on you what all changes you would like to do. You can change it. If the database free space is less than 5 GB, right, then it's gonna generate an alert. If the database replication has some issue, then it's gonna generate a critical alert. So these are the alerts which are present. Now if you get any alerts, let's say something goes wrong, let's say the synchronization failed, right? So it will generate an alert, but it will generate an alert here in active alert. So you will have to come and check, rather you want the alert to be sent on the email. So the moment that issue comes, you will receive an email. So to receive that into email, you need to click on create subscription, and then type in the subscription name. Let's say uh, um, software update sync failed, and then click on email address. Let's say I would like to send an email to j@lab.com, and semicolon praveen at lab.com, and also to SCCM team. So SCCM admin at lab.com. So for example, you would like to send alerts to these people, right? And the subject line will be software update link sync failed, and click OK. The moment the synchronization fails, these people will receive an email. So that's what we did. We created a subscription, and you can see all the subscription here in the subscription section. This is the only subscription we have created, and when the software update sync fails, it will send an email to these people. You need to configure email notification. You click on configure email notification here, then only the email can be sent out to the people. So from your exchange team members will give you the SMTP address. So SMTP, let's say SMTP server.lab.com. For example, this is the server name, SMTP server name. Depends on you. Okay, I'm just putting it randomly, and then email will be sent out from this email address. Let's say email will be sent out from no reply. no reply at lab.com. Okay, so all email will be sent out from this uh, email address. Okay, and then you have to just click on apply and okay, and that's it. You will start receiving emails as and when something goes wrong with the sync, and then those people will receive email. Is it clear?
Yes, Kashif.
Okay, so next topic is queries. You go to queries here. So in queries you have default queries. Okay, these are not created by us, these are like by default coming in here. Now if you would like to get the information about all security groups present in in SCCM, you can right click and run this. All active directory security groups will be shown up. How many security groups are there? There are 20 security groups as you see the count, and below is the security group names. These are the security group names. Let me go back to queries again. For example, all client systems. So this is gonna give you the list of all the computers where SCCM client is present. These are the 4 computers where SCCM client is present, right? If I go back to all system, suppose all system contains all computers. So if you run this, that's gonna give you the information of all the system. All user, if you wanna get the information of all the users, whatever discovered into SCCM, you can right click and run, right? And that's gonna bring all the users into this results section. Give me 1 minute. You see, these are the users. I just created Praveen. Apart from Praveen, other users were already present. These are the users which are discovered so far from SCCM, from Active Directory into SCCM. If you wanna copy this one or put it into Excel or something, you select all and copy, and then open Excel here in this computer and paste it there. Okay. For example, if you want to put it on your Excel, Excel 2007, you are using a very old Excel actually. Okay, I think you understood, right? You just open Excel and paste it there so that you got the report. Any question? Anyone?
No, 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 Kashif.
Okay, so okay, so that is how you get the information in your from the console. So we discussed few things, guys. Let me just share my screen and show you what all things we have done, and then we will wrap it up. Now today what we did is let me just in Word. You guys can see this, right? My screen.
Yes.
Now first thing first, what we did is Resource Explorer today, 27th of August 2019. Topics: Resource Explorer, then remote control, power management, software metering, role-based administration, maintenance window, how to access SCCM console from a remote computer, how to install reporting services point to access reports from SCCM console. Then we discussed about alerts, right? Subscription, subscription, and the last point, default report, default queries, sorry, default queries. These are the things which we discussed today. Now, what you have to do, this is your assignment number 5. You need to do the resource explorer on any computer and just see what all things you get. You need to create 2 software meeting rule, anything of your choice, either 7-zip or VLC or Notepad, anything. These are the examples. Okay, and then you need to create one soft role-based administration and install SCCM console on a different computer. Okay, what else?
Sure, sure.
Uh, yeah, these are the things which you have to do, guys. Jay, clear?
Yes, yes, yes.
Looking good?
Yes.
Make sure you do the assignment. Okay.
Sure, sure.
Okay. Thank you, guys. We'll meet again same time tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye.